Now, the National Education, Health and Allied Workers Union together is meeting at the moment with the Inter-Ministerial Task Team on the Northwest. They're expected to brief the media this afternoon following that meeting. For more, we're now joined by our reporter, Nehawu. Thanks very much for joining us, Silwan. How much do we know ahead of this meeting? What's likely to come out?
Afternoon, Peter. Well, we're still out here in Breads where we are awaiting for that meeting between the leadership of Nehawu and the Inter-Ministerial Task Team to be adjourned. They've been in here for about an hour right now. We know that they are discussing the memorandum of demands that was handed over yesterday to the Minister of Health, Dr. Aaron Motsoaledi, following that march that Nehawu had in Mahikeng yesterday. So we just want to get a clearer picture of what are some of the demands that have been listed on that memorandum. And I'm going to chat now to Nehawu's national spokesperson, Mr. Kaya Kaba. Sir, tell us, what are some of the issues that are listed on that memorandum of demands?
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to your viewers at home. Basically, what is contained in that memorandum that we submitted yesterday, firstly, was the issue of corruption. We want the Inter-Ministerial team to unleash a process that will uproot all the corrupt elements in that government, but also the prosecution of those found to have looted state resources. And secondly, the issue of outsourcing, because the issue of outsourcing is linked to the issue of corruption, because the corruption is done through outsourcing. The issue of outsourcing in the provincial government, in the Department of Health, in the Department of Social Development, you find that the government did buy ambulances, about 80 of them, but they're not using them. They are busting in the sun while they have outsourced the issue of EMS to a company called Butelis. So we want the end of outsourcing, because our people now are not working, they are being held redundant because their work is being done by private service providers. But over and above that, then there's the issues of workers, like the issue of unpaid bonuses, the issue of overtime, and the issue related to OHS, which is occupational health and safety. So we want the government to look into these issues, and we hope that in this report back that is currently taking place inside here now, we'll speak to those issues, and I hope that if they respond positively, we'll be able to find common ground, we'll be able to find the lasting solutions to the current impasse, and then everything can return to normalcy, and that will benefit greatly our members and the people of the Northwest Province.
And as Nehawu, you have put quite on the spotlight some of the issues that are crippling the Northwest government, and of course we are expecting some of these issues to be touched on in that meeting between Nehawu and the Inter-Ministerial Task Team. But what is your take as Nehawu so far with the work that the Inter-Ministerial Task Team has been doing in the province?
Well, I'll answer your question in two ways. Firstly, we feel that the team has been moving at a slow pace. The speed in which they are moving at is very slow. Thus, we find that the strike that we're currently engaged in has been protracted unnecessarily, and we hope that they could pick up the pace so that we could resolve the issue so that everything, like I said, can return to normalcy. But secondly, we have the view that the process that they're undertaking seeks to cover up the problems, or to gloss over them, rather than go to the root and actually uproot all the bad elements. I feel that there should be a process whereby they go deeper and look for those who are involved in corrupt activities, and actually start with the process of laying criminal cases where people are found to have stolen money, redirected money to places where they was not supposed to go. So I think that the process should be more thorough, so that once they are done with this process, then the same problems do not creep up months later, so that one process is just done one time, and that it's done thorough and it's done up to the point whereby it doesn't come up again. So I think if they can speak to those issues, the issue of speed and the issue of being thorough, then we'll be happy with the process.
All right, thank you very much. That was the national spokesperson of Nehawu, Mr. Kaya Kaba, telling us their expectations as Nehawu. We're still out here, Peter. We're told that after this meeting, this closed-door meeting, there will be a media briefing. Hopefully, we'll be able to bring that one live to you as it happens. Back to you for now, Mr. Peter.
Selwana, thanks very much indeed. And as she says, that meeting underway now, meeting with the Inter-Ministerial committee that's been set up by the presidency, led by Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, to deal with the Northwest. And we'll have more on that as the story unfolds this afternoon.